Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll give you 5 suggestions on fantasy films. Let's start with Matteo Garrone's Tale of Tales from 2015. This movie tells the story of 3 rulers in neighboring kingdoms as they deal with their obsessions. These stories will probably remind you of the Grimm brothers, if you're familiar with them, because throughout the movie they take some dark turns. Marvelously directed, beautifully photographed, this film has an incredible cast starting from Vincent Cassel, Salma Hayek and Toby Jones, as well as many others. It has some sort of European vibes and feels in it, especially because of the production design and the costumes, which make it look incredible. If you're interested in stories of kings, queens, monsters and enchanted places, I really recommend this film to you. And now I'll talk about another film, and that's Tim Burton's Big Fish from 2003. The film is pretty much a story within a story. Basically, Will Bloom returns home to look after his sick father, who's known for telling unbelievable stories. Afterwards, Will tries to discover if his tales were really true. Tim Burton is a great storyteller, and here he gives us one of his best films in my opinion. The tone of the whole film is magical, and you just feel like jumping into it. Or at least that's how I felt about it. I love the colors, the characters, and the beautiful places the story takes place in. It's almost 2 hours and a half, but to me it felt very quick. Ewan McGregor, Danny DeVito, and many other talented and phenomenal actors give life to a story that is so beautiful because it gives life to many other stories within itself. And I love the idea that the father's tales actually come to life in this movie. Another beautiful fantasy. My next film suggestion is Legend from 1985, directed by Ridley Scott. The film depicts a very typical fairy tale. Here's the story. As darkness seeks to create eternal night by destroying the last of the unicorns, Jack and his friends do everything possible to save the world and Princess Lily from the hands of darkness. This film gives us some of the most common elements in fantasy storytelling. Unicorns, magic swamps, dwarves, rainbows. As you can imagine, the story ends with light winning over darkness, and they happily lived ever after. So if you're looking for a classic fairy tale, you should check this out. At this point, we'll move on with Guillermo del Toro's The Pan's Labyrinth from 2006. This marvelous artwork tells the story of Ophelia as she moves with her mother to her stepfather's house. One night, a fairy leads her to a faun who tells her that she's a princess, and she needs to prove her royalty through 3 quests. The story is wonderful. We see Ophelia, this innocent character who explores the world around her with tenderness, and how the threatening forces of the Spanish army can't break her at all. Full of incredible visuals, this astonishing experience ends in quite an unexpected way, especially if you dive into the story and engage with the characters. Del Toro also adds a dark turn to the tone of the film, and it combines with mythology as well. And this is another great movie worth watching. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is my next film suggestion, directed by Robert Zemeckis and made in 1985. In this masterpiece, we see the combination of live action and animated film. The result is a stunning beauty. The story is about Toon Roger, who suspects his wife of having an affair with Marvin and hires a detective, Eddie Valiant. However, when Marvin is found dead, Roger is accused of murder. Where can I start with this movie? I mean, it's phenomenal, it's fantastic, it's pure comedy. It's a unique idea and it's hilarious. The film depicts a parody of cartoons, and for those like me who grew up watching them, it's such a funny experience. The film is full of lots of Looney Tunes styled gigs and actions, and you just can't help but love it, love the idea, the concept, and the way it's done. The production design is astonishing because we see once again the combination of live action and animated. Also, the performances are great, and it's just hilarious to see an actor act and perform with an animated character. So make sure you don't miss this one too. Now, before I go, I have a bonus film suggestion, and that's Ingmar Bergman's The Seventh Seal from 1957. I think I had to mention this film because it also falls in the fantasy genre, and it's one of those masterpieces that changed films inevitably. Visionary writer and director Ingmar Bergman tells the story of a medieval knight who challenges death to a chess game to save himself and his friends. The innovative style of this film highlights the genius of Bergman, who explores themes related to religion and faith, which often occur in his films. The balance between life and death is evident here, and the premise, which is pretty much a chess game, makes it clear. So these were my 6 film suggestions on fantasy films. I hope you liked them. In case you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think about them. I can't wait to be back with a new video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.